how things with Philippines, Rico? How things are going, Danny?
Well, everything's doing well, Ramin, and we're just so thankful about this opportunity that we are doing right now. Actually, Philippines is now undergoing another restriction, and what a great way for us to share this opportunity because it is very important to learn about this stay-at-home economy,
Yeah.
and this is one thing that we truly enjoy right now, Ramin. And thank you for this opportunity.
It's wonderful. You know what? So this is the very, very, very first leadership call. So let's. It's going to be a little bit different now moving forward. We're just going to share a little bit about how you should use this call. First and foremost, this call is for what we call now PMP, which is partners and prospects. Right? You want to make sure everybody gets on this call because before the pandemic, what would we do? Right, Rico? We get together in a hotel. So we have fantastic tour. There's coffee afterwards. We would sit down with our prospects. We kind of take them through everything, build like and trust, show them our family environment. But you know what? We can't do that anymore because of the pandemic. But guess what's happening too? Even post-pandemic, things have changed. Things have changed. So we're now bringing that environment on web. The reason why in 2020 we had our best year ever, imagine that, 16 years in business, our best year ever was last year. If you're new here right now, that should be a great sign to you because the world got devastated last year. And yet this company had the best year ever. This is a recession-proof business. This is the business you want to be in because you know what everybody went through last year. You know the hardship people went through last year. And yet our people were buzzing more than ever before. Now, why? Two main reasons. One, we have a very, very, very strong web platform. I think everybody knows this is where today is. This is where the future is. Second, we're business beyond borders. More than any other company in the world, we are the most international company on the planet. We ship products to 204 countries and territories. You can build your business anywhere. The reason why on this call right now, just in the chat group, folks, put your country just on this group right now. And as you can see, this is the type of business. So regardless of what is your geographic, what country, what island, regardless of where you're from, you can build this business globally and from the comfort of your own computer. That's what this call is all about. And the part that you're missing, which is sit down and meet the leaders, we could do it better than before. Because before you had to do it in a hotel and you would only meet the local leaders. Now you meet your local leaders plus global leaders. And we are a binary platform. What does that mean? That means it doesn't matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter when you launch, you could launch just today. And some of you would launch just today. Guess what? It's a binary platform. That means there's a bunch of millionaires and very serious leaders who are within your upline, within your leadership group. How awesome is that? Before, you had to arrange to meet them. Now, you meet them on this call. Once a week, we have a leadership call. And we're going to, some of the leaders, all the biggest leaders of the world, they're going to be hosting this call one at a time. So what do we do in this call? We talk about one thing, and that is how to advance your lifestyle. How for you to achieve your opulent lifestyle. We're not going to get into all the technical stuff for the product and the operations. We have trainings for that. Danny takes everybody through the business. Rico takes everyone through to the business know-hows. Those are separate calls. We have product training calls with our scientists, our product development chief, which is Sanas. We have those calls. That's not it today. Today's about how to get you from where you are right now to where you want to go. Well, how about this? Where you're right now to put the first $1,000 in your jeans. Then once we've done that, we'll take you how to go qualify for a car. Next 30 to 60 days. That's what this call is about. How to get you to become cruise qualified. We go zip through some of this, this is the greatest compensation plan in the world. One of the things that we're known for, Rico, as you know, I'm rated as a top comp plan expert. I've written comp plans for other companies for the last 30 years, but this is where our own company is. We've implemented stuff in this compensation plan that no other company in the world has or can duplicate. Now, you understand, well, why can't they duplicate it? There's too much to talk about. But those are the type of things we talk about on this call. On this call. So let's just quickly, so again, the whole concept of this is for people who are still making the decision to get on. This is the call for them to get on. This is the post-tour huddle. You know, in the hotels where the tour finished and we sit down, we answer the questions. Guess what? This is it. And we're going to do some crossfire where you get to fire up some questions and we're going to fire up some answers. But before that, you know, maybe every leader is different. They're going to pick it. This is such a vast business. They'll pick a different area that they want to explore on these calls. It's the first one. So we're going to quickly go through some of the advantages that we have in our compensation plan. I want to focus on money on this call. Why? Because A, we have other calls for other things, but B, I think a vast majority of people who get on stay-at-home economy is because they want to replace their job income. Or better, they want to double their job income. Or better, they want to create wealth. This is the comp plan you can do it with. This is the business you can do it with. Why? It's a business beyond borders. You take a look at it. I don't know which country you're from. If you've been in MLM, you know vast majority of the companies that are operating in your country are very limited. Extremely limited, with product line. The compensation plans, well, that's a whole different story altogether because the comp plans have a lot of restrictions. And then most importantly, they're not business beyond borders. They're not business. This business is a business beyond border. Where you're limited with other companies of where you could build. Maybe you think your local economy is not doing that well. Well, we're going to show you how you can make a fortune in your local economy. But here maybe you have some people you know in some parts of Africa, in Australia, in North America. Maybe you have a cousin in Canada. Guess what? We have a reach. We have a global reach everywhere. And you can start on that today. That's where the 16 years platform come from. 16 years building infrastructure come from. These are just some of the advantages we're going to get into that you're not going to find anywhere else. Let's talk money for now, because I think with the pandemic, especially what's happens that you say, okay, I'm tired of not having a job. I'm tired of, waiting for the government to do something. I'm tired of being restricted. How can I make money today? Well, with our business, instantly we go wholesale profit. You go ahead and launch today, someone is $350 just wholesale profit when you launch in LA. $350 instantly. We launch LA's, which is part of our packages, on a Zoom call. You could get guests on and launch in LA a day. We launch LA, so to make $350, it's not that difficult. We all know people, $250, sorry, it used to be $350, $250. So it's not that difficult. So you get a list of people, and maybe these people are all over the world, and you can get people on the Zoom call that happens automatically, different languages, different time zones, and you're making $250 like that. How many jobs give, at the best of times, how many jobs that you can go to for 8 hours a day that gives you $250? There isn't any. Then we have products that are truly retailable, because we give you like 5 or 6 businesses in one. While other businesses give you maybe health, maybe skincare. We give you health, skincare, home care, dental care, fashion. We give you everything. And we manufacture proprietary products. We manufacture products. We give everything. So at the end of the day, we have a solution for you today. It's not one of those businesses that you got to get in and you have to build a team before you start seeing money. No, here you can actually retail and wholesale. That's today money. You can get off this call, contact your what we call qualified upline, the person that brought you in, or maybe somebody above them, says, how do I make money today? And they'll show you. And you can make that money today. I love that about our business. We're in a lot of countries where $250 is a lot of money. We are in countries where $250 is basically a monthly income for an average person. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And with the lockdown that's going on right now, you'll be able to make a list, utilize your internet, and make $250 today. That is just a miracle of an opportunity. And the reason what makes it a miracle is because it's not limited to like other companies, like other opportunities. It's a miracle because you can build it anywhere in the world. Maybe you have family in Germany. Maybe you have family someplace in Europe. Maybe you have family in Africa. Maybe you have family South America. That is a business beyond borders. So the now money, the now income is imperative, especially within this pandemic. But of course, the wealth is created in the team commissions. There is so much advantages in the way we pay our commissions. Remember, I'm the top compliant guy in the world. I've been that way for the past 30 years. We have a lot of advantages that other compliants don't have because I was a distributor. I built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses as a distributor. I was a soldier, just like you. I was building teams. So I know the challenges. I know the challenges of compensation plans. For one, it's a binary platform, easy, 2 legs. It's much easier than unit-level platforms, breakaway platforms when you need 100 legs. Then we've removed some of the biggest problems of building a team. If you try another company, where you're going to really appreciate the stuff that we're going to talk about today. For one, we have a flexible smart buy program. While other companies where you're getting a product and it gets shipped to you automatically by force, here you don't have to do that. You have a choice to actually buy products you need that month or buy shopping credits and use that whenever you want for whatever you want. And we have 1,000 SKUs of some of the most luxurious designer brands you could use later on. Nobody in the industry has ever offered that. No one in the industry is offering it today. And no one other than Opulence Global will ever offer it in the future. There's many reasons why they cannot duplicate that. We won't get into that today. It's not about that. Today's about for you to see the difference between Opulence Global and anything else. We call it Opulence Global because it's designed to take an average person to be able to live an opulent life. No other company can say that. We have thousands of stories. People say, thank you. I'm living my opulent life, and without Opulence Global, I would never be able to do that. Never. I could never afford that designer bag. I could never afford that designer shoe. I could never afford the watch that I was wanted. I could never imagine going on these luxurious vacations and cruises and just the thought of being on a private jet, on first class, on Emirates. This is what makes this business different. We're bringing you a life that until Opulence Global was only reserved for the elite, the 1%. Who does that? You can come in and qualify for your dream car next 30 to 60 days. Let's talk about the car program because every company has a car program. Here's the big difference. Again, we can take every aspect of our business and we can compare to whoever you want and you'll see a big difference. Other companies offer a car program. If you qualify for, then in order for you to get that money, they force you into getting a car. If you don't get the car, you lose that money. That's right, you lose it. Some company says, well, if you qualify for a $500 car, if you don't get a car, well, we give you $300 in cash instead. So get a $500 lease or $300 cash. That's one format. Second format is get a lease or you lose the car program. That's how car programs work. Why? But the company paying commissions already. They want all these cars around. Naturally makes sense. It's good for the distributor. It's good for the company that they want to make sure that all these cars going around with signs on them. It's a marketing thing, right? Well, guess how ours is not like that. With ours, you qualify for a car. First of all, we give you 6 months to accumulate it, the cash part. So in some countries, maybe these programs are available. For 6 months, you can accumulate it so you can go put down payment and buy a car. Nobody offers you that. Second, if you decide not to get a car, you don't lose it here. You don't drop it to half in cash. We double it in products. So we give you a choice to get the car, accumulate it towards a car, or just get it in products instead. And we don't lose anything. We double it. So if your car program is $500, you can get $1,000 in products. And many of you elect to do that. Hundreds of qualifications just in 2020 alone. And vast majority are enjoying the massive profits that comes from the products that was qualified in the car program. Over and above, there's literally 20 plus different ways of profiting from this business. So I just shared a couple of things today. What is the difference? We can have this call. We can do a convention with this call, with stuff we talk about this call. We can have a convention that lasts 12 hours. That's how much to talk about. But that's not what it's all about. This is about the candidate today, prospect today. Say, okay, look, I want to get into stay-at-home economy. I'm just have some questions. I want to give you a chance to fire up those questions and fire it right at the leadership in this company. I just happen to do it this time. It won't be me doing it anymore. We have highly qualified leaders in this company who are going to be on this call, doing what I'm doing, and they're going to answer those questions. We're going to have Rezas and Ifras and Renees. And we have a lot of people, Ronas. We have a lot of people who are going to take over this call, and they're going to take the favorite part of this opportunity. This stuff we don't talk about in our regular training calls, but it's really, really important to a new person that distinguishes us from everything else out. I just shared with you just a recap, just what I talked about today. From your home, regardless of the restrictions, you can build globally. Nobody else offers that. When you get a car, you have multiple options. And the only option you don't get in a car program, if you're losing it because you don't want to go get a lease, because that's what happens in other companies. What type of car program is that? That if you don't go get yourself in a lease, that you're going to lose it? Are you going to get less money for it? So here, I know people making, so $1,000 in products, that's extra $1,000. So we doubled your car program for $500. That's what it is. It's entry level. There's a 6-tier car program. That's another thing that's different. Well, all the companies put in the same car. We have 6-tier car program for $500 a month. As you go up the rank, it could go up to $4,000 a month. You can buy a Rolls Royce. You can go get yourself a Ferrari. Opulent living. So when you take a look at our plan, you find that it's quite different. And our products, we won't talk about that right now. Our products are revolutionary. over 106 patents. 106 patents that's been awarded to its fine ingredients. That's the product side. I mean, this. So when you take a look, understand the benefits of this. We have this thing called the accolade book. It's just too long to make a book out of it. Imagine that. The accolades of this company is so long. We actually got a book out of it. In every demographic, every part thing you can imagine. We have awards and recognitions from trades magazines, media, news. And it just goes on and on. We have over 300 celebrity and dignitary clients. We've been on big screen movies. Our products been showcased. The videos on YouTube, we see all this on Emmys, how our fashion line mesmerizing the celebrities. I'm talking about celebrities from all over the place. Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, all the woods. You're gonna find celebrities. We have a Nigerian celebrity. We have Filipino celebrities. Of course, lots of Hollywood celebrities. This is a global business, the recognition. American Business Journal on the front cover with Warren Buffett. We're the only company, and the whole industry knows this, by the way. That's why ever since our inception, businessroom.org has always rated us in the top opportunities in the world. Initially, they did the top 10. Guess what? They put us at number 1. This was in 2011. Then they improved the top 25. They didn't do 1 or 2 anymore. We were always in the top 25. Then the top 50, we're always there. Because this is one of the accolades that this company has and no other company has. This is the only MLM company that gets a lot of non-MLM media attention. Let me repeat that. It's the only MLM company that gets non-MLM, regular business, regular trades, media attention. That's how good it is. So we don't just get the accolades from MLM trade magazines or news. We get a lot of action from regular industries like Canadian Jewelers Magazine, American Business Journal. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, this is Fox News and all these things that we take a look at our accolade list. This is a highly decorated, probably the most decorated MLM company on the planet. So I'm really revved up about this. This call is all about that. Is that for the new candidate to say, okay, you know what? There's a lot of options out there. And we appreciate that you're here. There is a lot of options. Hopefully on this call, we can separate ourselves from everybody else. Because on a tour that you've attended, hopefully you have, if you haven't, you should be calling the person, I want to see a tour. I want to see the actual mechanics of the business and the products. But if you tour you attended, it's an hour. It's hard to compact all this information in. On this call, we're going to put out information, the stuff we've done last 16 years, even our new partners, because every single day we launch new partners all over the world. They don't know this stuff. They don't know what we did in 2015 or 2014, or like somebody wrote TIFF, that's Toronto International Film Festival, one of the world's largest. 11 film festivals, 13 Emmys. People don't know our history. They don't know that we do some of the most luxurious, exotic vacations. They don't know that we took our leaders in Nigeria a few years back, put them in a Falcon 900 private jet, went from city to city to city and rocked that nation, largest country in Africa. They don't know that. Falcon 900 jet, by the way, folks, it's the same corporate jet that Warren Buffett flies in. They don't know that. So this call is about the locker room talk, the things that we enjoy every single day, but just doesn't find its time in our regular trainings, because we try to focus on basic things on the regular training. We stick to the topic, but this call is about stories like that. What flavors Opulence Global to be so different than any other company out there? There's no way you can compare the stuff we put out there with anyone else. And because of our vast experience This compensation plan directs the flow. The compensation plan is what makes sure everything gets done right. For example, we got the strategic bonuses that acts as triggers to make sure that new candidate, that new partner does the right things to make sure that people can advance. Our comp plan is designed that when you help others advance, you advance. How great is that? Where most other comp plans is that you can advance and everyone else is still down there. That's not teamwork. On top of that, we got this great bonuses, like mentorship bonus. Something no one talks about a lot. What's a mentorship bonus? Remember, there's 20 plus ways of making money here. I'm not going to talk about the main stuff. Let's just talk about just all these beautiful triggers around the comp plan. Mentorship bonus is that if I brought you in and you are excited to go and you want to reach out, is rank advance quickly, and if I mentor you to get there, there are some things you can achieve in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and you're going to get these bonuses called fast start bonuses. You come and says, look, I want to get, aside from everything else, I want to get a fast start bonus next 30 days. Great. I'm going to help you get there. You rank advance from LA to an LD1, and you're going to get a fast start bonus for that. And I'm going to get a mentorship bonus for helping you do that. How awesome is that? So now I bring you in, you're ambitious, you want to go, and I'm working with you. You're the spark. I'm putting all the octane all over it, making sure you get what you want. And the company recognizes that, and I get a mentorship bonus. My mentorship bonus doesn't come from your check. The company pays it. Because we want you to focus on the people that you bring in. That's teamwork. So that's what I'm passionate about what we do, because we wanted to do MLM differently. I built 5 multi-million-dollar businesses before I started my own. I clearly saw how the management run those businesses. Nobody cared about anything. It was about sales, sales, and sales. Some people did very well. A lot of people were left behind. That's never happened here. Not only culturally, we don't have that, because culture is important, but our compensation plan is designed a way to make sure everybody moves up. Everybody needs to move up together. There's a lot of conversations that takes place in huddles in Opulence Global. How do we help you get to that next big thing? And those conversations are important, because those conversations that will take that new person to start thinking differently. Maybe take them from, okay, I'm going to launch today, I'm going to kind of learn and kind of get going, to, no, I'm going to launch today. I got to get to work today because I got a fast start bonus coming and he's going to help me out. And so see, the conversation is quite different, isn't it? In this company versus somewhere else. The conversation here is, we launch you, we can go build 5 countries today. 5 different continents. You don't have this conversation in another company. You just don't. So those are the type of things that this call will make you recognize. With that, what I want to do, I haven't even got to my notes. So that's what I love about this call. Literally, we could be doing this call for 2 years, every Sunday, and we never cover the great stuff of this company. There's just so much great stuff on this company. So with that, Rico, why don't we just open up the lines? We do what we call crossfire. Crossfire is where you fire up a question. I'm going to fire back an answer. So if you're a candidate, this is home. Welcome home. If you're a prospect, welcome home. Put your hand up, ask a question. You're talking to the founder of the company. We're all soldiers. We're here to build together. I was where you are 31 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm who you are now. We're building this together. Ask a question, fire up. Make sure it's comp plan related. We want to talk about dreams today. We want to talk about the attributes of this business that we can't talk about, product training. So you got a product question, leave that for that. Your plan can help you with that. There's a lot of people that can contact. We have some of the most fantastic videos. We have everything. We got all of that. Today it's about dreams. It's about making that extra $1,000, today, right? Maybe you want to dream. You just want to find a private group like this. Say, I want to dream. How do I get that McLaren? How do I get that Bentley? Well, those are the type of things. For some people, it's that. For some people, it's that I want to pay my cell phone bill. How do I pay my cell phone bill? So those are the type of things. We have a lot of millionaires and successful people in this business. And this call is designed for you to dream. So with that, Rico, put your hand up for any questions. These calls are not going to be long. We'll try to keep it maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes. We got 10 minutes left. So let's open up the lines and talk to some of our folks.
If we have some guests on the call that would like to ask the question, please raise your hand so we can unmute you.
Yes, definitely. And this is the opportunity for you, of course, to be answered by, of course, our CEO himself, who has 31 massive solid years of experience in this industry. So you don't want to miss the opportunity, of course, to learn from him. And, we are open here, regardless of what your question is. So we have a hand finally raised here. And I would like to unmute Hamda Farah. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, Hamda. You can unmute yourself so you can fire that question of yours.
Hello, I'm greeting for you. My English is not good. I'm talking Somali, but Ifra, she is translating.
You're talking great. You're talking great.
Ifra, dad ku jirtid walaal callka waxaan doonayn weydiino muxuu noogu sameyn waayay kambaniga Europe meel ka mid ah oon alaabta ka dalbano iyo xafiis aan la hadalno. Su'aasheedu waa intaas.
Yes, we have Ifra on the call right now. So Ifra, if you can unmute and translate it for us. Thank you so much.
Hello. Good morning, CEO Ramin. Good morning, Rico. Good morning, Danny. What an amazing call. Okay, Sister Hamda. Hamda is one of our partners in Germany, and she's just wondering, our company, if there is an opportunity to open a distribution center in Europe.
Fantastic question. Thank you for that. Why not? Why not? Let's get our leaders together in Germany and let's see who we got there. We're doing that right now as we speak. If Renee, Leah, are you on? Let's get Renee on, because Renee and I, myself, AJ, Amarjeet, if you're on, put your hand up. This is important because AJ and Renee, they're working on many distribution centers as we speak right now. Every single Monday, I have calls with leaders who want to open up countries. They want to put distribution centers. So we're working. Is Renee on? Or is AJ on?
Yes. Good morning, Ramin. Good morning, Rico. Good morning, Danny. Amazing call. Thanks for having us.
Wonderful. So you know what? That's a fantastic question from Germany. Thank you, Hamda. So Renee, tell the folks what we're working on Monday nights.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So folks, just to give you some more insight as to the around the clock work that we do here in Opulence Global, every single Monday night, we have a call where right now we're actually working on, to give away some good news, Thailand is practically completed the whole entire product registration as well too. Thailand is good. Vietnam, we're working on right now. Also Malaysia, Israel. We're doing a lot more things in Nigeria. We also have things happening in Malaysia, something happening in Taiwan. So these are all the markets that we're actually working on right now. So I would be more than happy, of course, to add Europe into that list. And so what I'll do, Rami, is I'll leave my contact information on my WhatsApp in the group chat. Anyone can always add me on WhatsApp. I'm part of your My5 or Ultimate My5, and add me, and we'll start that conversation for Europe. Absolutely.
That's fantastic stuff. Is AJ on? Because AJ is also she's right in the mix here. Amarjeet, you're on?
Yes, I am. I'm on.
All right, Amarjeet, listen. I know you from the day you joined us. When did you launch with us? How many years ago?
March 11, 5 years ago.
5 years ago, and at a convention, you told me you want to take over the world. You didn't just tell me, you told everybody on this stage. And guess what? You've been doing it. You put a distribution center already in Singapore. So that's a distribution center that you run. But
Yes.
you are now part of this. How many countries are you trying to put a distribution center in right now?
We are trying with Malaysia, Indonesia, and India, and also working on Nigeria.
How awesome is that? So yes, the opportunity is there. Local leaders in the country must decide. That's what they want to do. There's a lot of work to do. So good
Yes.
news is we're shipping now to most countries. So during COVID time, some of the borders got tough, but we're shipping well all over the world. But if you want to do a distribution center, the opportunity is there. We
Yes.
already have experience in it. So what you need to do, contact your My5, say, hey, look, well, how do we do this? In my country, it does require some investment. We do some registrations, but the answer is yes, it can happen.
Yes,
All right,
Ramin.
so
And
go
I
ahead.
think we have one more here who's raising his hand. He said, I'm ready to share any quick things that says about working beyond borders. So I think we have Payman Rasulpur on the call.
Payman,
Payman?
yes, go ahead, from Iran, Middle East.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Rico. Thank you for your all efforts, Rico. Looking forward to see you. And let me tell it in Farsi. Salam Agha Ramin. Hello, everybody. Hujambo and everything in any languages, because as the youngest soldier in this field, in this company. It's been about more than 5 years that I'm working. I work online from my bedroom, not just my home, and because everything and any. Armin, please help me if I lost it. I want to talk about the tools and systems you have invented and you have created that shocked all industry. Now I can work from my bedroom, from my home, online, and my uplines are here, and they can testify about that I have no downline in my city and even in my country, and all the business built is outside of my country. Back you, Rico and Mr. Mesgarlou. It's been great that you give me this chance to talk a little. Thank you.
Thank you, Payman, from Iran. So
sorry,
earlier in this call, I said, put on your country. No, I wasn't checking the chat. Wow, this is a jam-packed call. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. Love to hear from the partners, from the candidates. If you're a prospect, if you're new here, say hello to everybody. You don't have to say anything special. Just say hello. If you have a question, we're here. Now, I missed all those countries because the chat only shows the last 99 and disappears. But I don't know how many countries we have. We probably have 30, 40 countries. The stuff that I still see, Anguilla, we got to get back to the island. I see Kenya, we see Hong Kong, we see China, we see Netherlands. I mean, it goes on and on. This is what Payman is talking about. On this call alone, like we have, 50 countries on? That is a business beyond borders. And these are the advantages that we have, folks, that you don't get anywhere else. Imagine you right now on this call, build a team that on this call, you have 50 countries on this call and that are people in your team. Imagine you got your people on the call like this, and you could go through the chats and that's my team, that's my team, that's my team, that's my team. All these countries. These are the type of things we don't talk about in the regular meetings. There's just no time for that. But that's the advantage of Opulence Global, where you could have 100 countries get on a call like this. You can go through the chat with a big smile on your face, knowing that doesn't matter if your distributor is somewhere deep in Africa, in Australia, or in Southeast Asia, or in North America, or in Europe. They all have an equal opportunity. They're all on the same call. They're all building. They're all crushing it. Equal opportunity. And that's what Opulence Global is all about. Where the average person an average person who would never have a shot in life at an elite life, an opulent life, now can get in from day one, start living an opulent life. From day one, within the first package, they can go get that designer shoes. That's opulent living. That designer watch, that jewelry, that handbag. That's opulent. That's a first step into the opulent living. Where 30 days from now, they can go shopping for that luxury car of their dreams. That's opulent living. We got Reza on. Let's see what Reza's got to add here.
Yes. And of course, if you are new here, we'd like to acknowledge you and welcome you on the call. If you have some questions, please raise your hand or anything that you would like to share. This is your opportunity. And I can see a Q&A here, Ramin, coming from an anonymous attendee. And he or she is asking, when people ask if this is an MLM business, what would your answer be? Is there any video we can explain?
It's an e-commerce business.
Yes.
It's an e-commerce business. So here's the thing. I'm a big MLM. MLM is me. It's part of me. It's in my DNA. It's the greatest thing that could happen in history of mankind. However, there's a lot of imposters out there pretending to be MLM or try to use MLM platform to run their sham. So, but we are more than just MLM, because even in good companies, there are companies that really focus a lot on recruiting. All right, we're more than that. We're an e-commerce business. We got people in our business that come in only because they want to sell online. We got people that come in because they don't want to get stuck in the pandemic anymore. We protected our people throughout 2020. They had nothing to worry about. We did not run out of products. We shipped directly all over the world. I mean, one of our partners in Israel said, hey, our product from Canada comes to Israel faster than I can go down the block, two blocks down the block to deliver it. So we're e-commerce business. We give you a stay-at-home economy. We give you a seat on the forefront of a stay-at-home economy. An MLM business could be local business. Many countries have local MLM businesses. We're not just that. We're an e-commerce business. On this call alone, was it 50, 60 countries? You launch today, get a globe in front of you, close your eyes, spin it, put your finger on, and you could build there. So we're more than just an MLM business. But my answer would be this. If somebody says, is this MLM? I said, is that what you're looking for? We're an e-commerce business. There's different divisions to it. No, I don't like MLM. Great. You don't have to get involved there. Let me show you the e-commerce side. If I'm inviting people to a tour, somebody says, you know, these are one of those MLM things, right? The first part, all we do is the product side, right? It's the e-commerce side. So listen, that's part two, which I'm interested in, but you don't have to stay for that. Let's talk about the e-commerce side. Because we're not like other companies. We give you many ways of making money. There's retail, there's wholesale, there's bonuses, there's commissions, there's all car programs, vacation, I mean, there are companies that you join that are MLM businesses, and your compensation plans essentially vacations. Vacations. That's it. And that's just one of the perks that we have in this massive platform. So what are we? The proper terminology of who we are. We are a company that puts you in the forefront of stay-at-home economy. That's the buzzword that's happening on the media. Everyone's talking about that now. Large corporations, billion-dollar corporations talk about that. Twitter's talking about that. They're all saying stay-at-home economy. We can't limit ourselves to the way we pay, which is multi-level. It is so much bigger than that. There's some people that will come in, they will just sell enough products from home, whether it's online or home parties or whatever, and they qualify for a car. That's essentially what they do. There's 20 different ways of getting paid here. So if somebody's interested, asking about MLM. Why? Is that what you're looking for? Because there's many aspects to our e-commerce platform that's available, the best compensation plan in the world. And yes, I am interested in that. I'm building a whole team. If you're in a new country, use the word I'm building my launch team. Launch. You're launching something. You're launching a country. I'm putting my launch team right now. Get on the call tonight, right? So anyways, so when you take a look at this company, it's quite impressive. 200 and some odd countries that we ship products to. Who does that? That's what. So as you can see, people say, Ramin, you've done this for over 3 decades. Every time we hear you, you are so excited. You can't fake that. No, I'm excited. I'm excited because I see we're making a change globally. If you could hear the testimonials that come out of Rico's country, Philippines, you get goosebumps. I hear testimonies come from around the world. It's just shocked. Yeah, I'm excited. And I'm even more motivated and excited. Why? We've only touched the surface of where we need to go globally. The world haven't heard about Opulence Global yet. The world needs to get into opulent living, and we are the only company that offer that. So with that, Rico, I think we got Reza on as well.
Yes, absolutely. We have Reza on the call. But before we proceed with that, actually, there's a follow-up question to that. She's asking whether do we have a video when it comes to the why Opulence Global is a unique MLM company. And we just have right for you. We have a video that you can search in YouTube. 25 reasons why Opulence Global is the best MLM company for you. Okay, so you can search that on. Actually, our CEO was the one who discussed everything there. It's a very wonderful video that you can tune into so that you can see the uniqueness of our company.
Actually, let's put that link right over here, please, folks. All right, team, go search out, throw it all in here. Let me see how many of you guys can search out that video. 25 unique reasons why Opulence Global is the absolute best opportunity in the direct sales platform. Let's go.
All right, so thank you so much, Ramin. We have our top income earner, Mr. Ramin Mesgarlou, on the call. Hello, Reza.
Hello, Ramin. Hello, Rico. How you guys doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Well, well, 25 reasons. It should be about 250 reasons, really. One of the things that makes this business so amazing and so duplicable, because we have all the tools and every product we could ever dream of that's there for us, handed to us on a silver platter. And the fact that I have personally launched markets on flip charts and on placemats. We have countries in Africa that got started on placemats. So how simple that is, how amazing that is. And you know what? As well as the support that we get online and the culture that we have. So it's just absolutely out of this world that one can be residing anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if it's in Anguilla, island of 12, 15,000 people, or it could be Nigeria, 180 million people, or wherever else, and be able to operate a global business truly is a blessing. And basically what I would tell people today is exactly what I would have told people a long time ago. Concept stays the same. We have a platform that we can absolutely capitalize on it and bring in incomes unimaginable because there's no limit. Even though the composition plan, the residual, because it pays to infinity at $3.12 million a year, everything else, there is no cap. So we can go out there and absolutely pull in any amount of income we wish. And that's just a blessing. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Rez. Rez, if you're new here, Rez is our top millionaire. Again, he's within your upline. Doesn't matter who sponsored you. Doesn't matter what country you're in. Reza is one of your uplines. Renee is one of your uplines. Renee is one of the youngest millionaires. Again, we're not talking much about money, but these people made millions. And they happen, doesn't matter where you are, they happen to be within your upline. They're reachable. You can talk to them and strategize about launching your country and expanding your country. I love it. Look at those links. Look at those links. So this video, guys, it's the absolute best prospecting video we have, because it separates us from the whole industry. I love the whole industry. There's a lot of great companies out there. So I'm not being, no, there's a lot of great companies out there. This video just shows 25 unique reasons why most people who see all these opportunities to join us, because the unique aspects of a business is highlighted here. So thank you for that.
And yes, Ramin, there's
Oh, we
another
have a Somali
question here.
version. I didn't even know that. I want to watch that. That's wonderful.
Yes, and there's a question here, Ramin, and coming from an anonymous attendee, probably a guest. As Ramin said, we are an e-commerce business, so we could run marketing ads over social media.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. And we have a couple of hands raised here, Ramin. So we have here Marian Jama. Marian Jama. So if you can unmute yourself, let us know. Hello. Yes.
Good morning, Ramin, Enrico, and everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, everywhere you are. My name is Marian Mohamed Jama from Canada, Ottawa. I just
My hometown.
I am so interested, Ramin. Just a few minutes ago, he was talking about something that fast going, 30 days fast going. Kind of was interested that. So please, who can I contact? More information I can ask that.
Absolutely. First of all, we have a video. It's for a compensation plan. Renee Liao has done that video. So watch that. It's on YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel, Opulence Global YouTube channel. By the way, folks, there's tons of amazing video from fashion shows, about fairy, about the product, fountain of life. All these great videos are on our YouTube channel. It's also in your back office, but on the compensation plan video, you'll find what you're looking for. Basically, what it is that if you move really fast, and some people do, you get an extra bonus. For example, if you get within 30 days, within 7 days, sometimes, why don't you, Rico, you teach this stuff. Why don't you give us one example of a fast start and mentorship bonus?
Yes, definitely. When it comes to the fast start bonus, this is what happens when you become promoted as a lifestyle director within 7 days or within 30 days. What happens is your binary commission gets doubled or tripled. So that's your reward for doing the business fast, especially if you're in a momentum stage. Then once you build, since you launch your lifestyle advisor shop, within 7 days, whatever goes into your binary commission, the company triples it. So
triple.
This is amazing stuff.
Triple.
That's it, just triple.
We're not talking extra 2% here, right? We're talking 300%. Look, so basically, you could do the same work you're going to do anyways. If you do it regular time, fine, you get paid and you build a team. You do it faster, well, if you could double it in a fast start bonus. If you do it much faster, hit the ground running, you could have triple the commission in the first month or whatever that time frame is. This is crazy stuff. Now, that's the best one. Now, talk about, this is for the person who did it, which is wonderful. Let's talk about hitting the ground running, right? But that person would not be doing this unless they have a hell of an upline who gets this stuff. And the upline understands the sense of urgency. The upline pours gasoline all over that spark. The upline says, let's go, let me grab your hand, and gives them proper direction. And when the upline does all those great things for that new person to achieve the fast start bonus, what do we do, Rico?
Yes, we give them additional 10% mentorship bonus. Wow.
Mentorship bonus, that's right.
That's on top of course, the bonuses that you can get out of the CVs from that production. So imagine the company selling out additional 10% out of that assistance that you will do anyway. You should do anyway, by the way. All
That's right.
So yeah, yes, Ramin, I think we have a couple of hands raised here. So I think we should get the ball rolling as well. We have here Taha sorry if I mispronounce your name, Mer Hosseini. So I can unmute you and you can unmute yourself, Taha. Welcome to the call.
Hello, Rio. Hello, Rio.
Hello, hello.
Hello. First of all,
hi, Taha.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi. First of all, Happy New Year, Ramin. I wish you all the best and your family health.
Same.
And also, anyway, thank you so much for giving me a chance to be over and talk. I have a few questions. And my first question, as you said, actually you already answered, as we could use the advertising over social media as we are e-commerce. However, right now, many companies, not just marketing, not just network marketing or MLM companies, many big and actually famous brands is over social media for marketing or in social media doing the marketing, and they got a campus over there. What strategy is best for us to use in our marketing? We should
Well, this is not the
use.
call for that, Tahoe. That's a true. This is not the call for that. This is for the new candidates who want to understand the compensation plan. We do have a training for that. On Saturdays we have that training. You can ask those questions on Saturday.
Okay.
But tonight, because we want to keep the call short, our training can go on for hours. We do conventions of training, which is 3 straight days. So that's all part of that. But today is about compensation plan, those type of things.
Okay, so can we use about the compensation plan? Can we use our video, official video of the compensation plan over the social media? And we can talk about it, or we can post a video in social media. Also, how often should I post a video in my social media regarding to my testimonial and experience of using products, because we are products of our products? How often should I post a video over social media to talk about my experience and testimonial of using it? Thank you. I'm done speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Tahoe. Tahoe is from UK. Again, Tahoe, these are the type of trainings that you need a much more elaborate answer to. First of all, how often should you promote? Every day. Every day. That's your quick answer. Every day, something new has to come out. What I love about the 25 reasons, it gives you 25 different reasons why we're unique. Put one out every single day, right? So we're in the marketing business. What's marketing? Marketing means we market what we do, our products, our business. If you're on my social media, if you're on my forensic, every single day, I'm putting stuff out there because we need to promote who we are. Well, who are we promoting? We're promoting us, for one, right? Who are we? We're building like and trust with our audience, right? And then we promote the benefits of our business. 25 unique reasons. The world needs to know that. Of course, we promote our products. We have, Danny, if you're on, you maybe tell our new folks here today the 3 ways that we find customers and how we find launch new shops, a new brand partners. So we have a definite system that you have to utilize every single day to launch partners as well as to get new customers. So Danny, quickly take us through that. And I love to, folks, I know we're all here and this is a massive call right now here. Lots and lots of people, but I really love the new people. If you're a candidate, you're ready to launch, this is your chance to ask the founder the question that you want about the compensation plan. This is your chance to, anyone can answer these questions. Let's face it, anyone. But you just have to get my version of it. So this is your chance to do it. Get my version. But Danny, how do we get customers? What's our system in Robo Recruiter? And how do we launch new brand partners?
Actually, Ramin, Rico discussed it in the beginning of the call. We have 3 platforms to do that. The number 1 is your daily, and I love this, daily virtual launches where you're actually showcasing your products, your Safe Home Revolution, and introducing people to these amazing products when it comes to your personal testimonial, why you love it, how you use it, when you put it on, answering directly to your questions. That's number 1. Number 2 is your daily business tours. We have over 35 presentations every week where people can actually access the business side, 13 ways that you can actually make money, and by selling the products, by offering the opportunity of opening shops around the world. And number 3, calls like this, Ramin, where you are inspired, where you get to see the CEO or the top income earners sharing their own inspiration and their own ways to lead the way for you, to in your own business. So these are the 3 different platforms that we use on a daily basis. But obviously, I love the one-on-ones as well, the belly to belly. A lot of people are still doing presentations one-on-one. And I think we're never going to change that. People do want to feel that.
Nothing beats
exactly. That. So yes, those are the 3 platforms that we use on a daily basis. And the best thing is, like you said, from day 1, you can build in 5 different countries if you choose to.
Absolutely. All right, so team, you get up in the morning, you got a job. You have somebody booked to do what's called a virtual launch product showcase. If you're new, don't worry about it. We'll teach you. There's videos. So now you take some of your products, you get some type of a video platform, whether it's your FaceTime or whether it's your WhatsApp or whether it's your Zoom, whatever. You talk about your products to somebody around the world. You make some daily sales, or you got some prospects, right? It goes. We have a system called MO Box, and your leads go all in there. So we have a night coffee tour where we show you the very professional business presentation. From A to Z, it's about 45 minutes to an hour. There's some testimonials on there as well. So that's the business side. So they either join you or they become a lead in your MO box. So now you got your product customers or the leads. Now you got your new brand partners or they become leads. And all those leads and new customers and new brand partners, they get on this call. This is a leadership call. Why? They get to meet the leaders from around the world. It's not just their upline that they know. They get to meet top earners from all over the world. That's what this call is about. You get a chance to talk to me directly. I will give you my version, my flavor of how I see Opulence Global. But you know what? Rene Liao would see it differently, and he's got his version, and some people would adopt that. Reza would have a different version of how he sees Opulence Global and what's important to him, and some people would adopt that. Efro would have his own. Ronan would have his own. So this is where you can reach out and meet the movers and shakers and millions of this company on this call. So pretty much this call becomes the funnel. After you've done your virtual tour daily and your coffee tour daily, those come to this call where you get to meet the top leaders and get to ask questions directly about the compensation plan. Well done, guys. It was a good call. I think who else will be Ronan? Yeah, I thought I saw him on. You want to share something with us from Jungas of Thailand?
Yes, we have Ronin on the call. So Ronin, if you can unmute yourself. Welcome to the call, Ronin, all the way from Thailand.
Hi, Ronan.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes, loud and clear, Ronin.
What a remarkable call. And again, another point of difference that makes us so different to so many companies. Of course, I had the pleasure of the first 25 years to be in 4 of those. And the only thing that we have in common, as our CEO said, is the way we get paid. And that, not even that, it's really just a method of distribution. So I think that today, when I think of all my history, I never had the chance of, and I've been in big companies, never had the chance of not only meeting once a week with my top leadership and the owners and the CEO. It just doesn't happen. All of those companies, and that's one thing I want everyone to understand, all of them owe money. They have hedge funds. They have so many different shareholders that in reality, we are joining those companies that literally are run by people that are interested only in bottom line profit, nothing else. And that is why you see they move every 3 years, 5 years to another company, or sell to another company, or merge with another company, because they work the same as Wall Street. They just see profit, loss numbers, and that is it. When you truly are in here 7 years, like myself, it takes time. It doesn't happen in a year or 2, but eventually you truly understand the biggest difference. This is run by one family. No debts, no outside forces and pressures to force the people, even if they want to do the right thing, forces them to do the wrong thing. This is run by someone that literally built 4 master distributors, millions of dollars as success, and then decided to do it right himself. So the biggest change, we are truly a family that builds upon each other, run and managed by someone that literally looks at us not as a shareholder, not as an owner, but as a family, as a father. And this is why I know we will be here for 100 years, maybe 200 years, because I know who's coming after him. He has a remarkable son that I have seen for 7 years, and he's been prepared to take over with the right attitude, the right heart, and with the understanding that we are the most important commodity of this company. And for that, I am honored, literally honored, to have been so lucky to find this, because as our CEO said, we have not even scratched the surface. The world does not know us. I could have missed this opportunity, fooling myself. It's the same as so many other companies I've seen before. And the fact that I had four incredible people convince me to get on a plane, to fly 27 hours, and then to literally have the owner and CEO that is willing to meet with me. What meet with me? Spend at least 2 days with me. That has never happened. It will not happen. And for anyone that really wants to know the difference, this is the real difference of what makes us so unique. And I truly am honored and so thankful to you, Ramin Mesgarlou, to this organization, to the so hard working employees, and to the fact that we are a company that never pretended to be perfect, but constantly improving and becoming better and better and better. Thank
Ronan,
you.
before I let you go, since it's an inspiration call, because that's what leadership calls about, is above all, it should be inspiring to not just our partners, but most importantly to our prospects out on the call. Because you know what? We all come from the same space. We all start in the same spot. And then we have to take actions, hopefully change that. You are no different than anyone else. You know, how long have you been with us? Quickly, how long have you been with us? Tell us the space you were at 5 years ago and the space you're in now. Okay, so I don't know when you joined, 5, 6 years ago, I think it was, or whatever it was. You tell, so a new person listening to this tonight, because the next thing we're going to talk about is what they should be doing next. So tell us, to all the prospects on the call right now, the space you were in when you found out about Opulence, when that was, compared to the space you're in now, for the benefit of the new person.
With pleasure. I have joined on the 14th of March 2014. That makes this month for me, I've just passed 7 years. It's hard to believe it's a decade almost.
Lucky 7, lucky 7.
Lucky 7. And I believe that exactly what you pointed out, the space I was 5 years ago, truthfully, even it's funny because we go up and down, but the space I was after so many years of domestication in the conventional multi-level market industry, I literally thought that that I'm more important than the companies I was actually been given the chance to be working with. And I think through an incredible training of the forensic networker mainly, I have slowly discovered the true symbiotic relationship between the people on the ground, the field, and the company. Again, as long as you're working with the right company and not with companies that only see numbers. Truly today, if I had to recommend anything to anyone that's on this call, never mind if they have done networking for 30 years, 5 years, or never done it and they are brand new. First of all, the brand new are very lucky because there's a lot less junk to get rid out of the head. But the best advice I can give you, understand this company specifically is very simple. It is representing the highest level of manufacturing that usually only the rich can touch. And our mission statement is to bring it to the middle and even low economy today. So you don't need to learn anything beside the system. The system itself is designed so smartly. 3 simple meetings. So you do your daily lunch, you do your what I call weekly coffee, which should really be the next day, a coffee of an hour to explain the business deeper. And then you, if it's not enough and they haven't joined yet, and you've done a 3-way call with your upline, bring them either before they join or after they join to this cocktail weekly leadership call, because between those corporate calls and between your prosperity book, which is really a Bible, you do not need uplines. You do not need guidance. The reason you want to have uplines and unite and huddle is because of the motivation aspect, because it's so easy for us to get off the rails and lose focus and let life come in the way. So we are really here to motivate and keep each other in where we need to be. But what to do, how to do social media, such as some of the questions today, It's all written in the prosperity book. So the best advice I can give you and myself, and I still do,
at this point,
don't be
I
lazy.
want you to share your, because I really want to keep this on, not so much on training. I want to keep this on the opportunity itself. So the space you were in, financial side of things, and how are you now? Tell me about your lifestyle. That's what I want you to focus on.
Okay, then that's very easy. Before, when I was in other companies, I've always needed a full-time job to support my hobby of networking because I never got paid enough there. Though I had big organization, I had one organization, 150,000 people. I still earned maybe 4,000 one month as a bonus, and then they made no money for 3 months, and then maybe another bonus, and you could never count on it. You could never really have a stability and a real life. And today, the space in the last 2 years specifically, I'm literally financially free. I'm not rich yet. I have so much work to do, but I am financially free. I know that never mind what happened, every week I'm going to get $2,500 to $5,000. And that is a lifestyle that is very different to everything I've expired. Now, I had very high incomes as an employee, but it is not financial freedom. Even if you earn as an income $1 million a year, you're still working your butt off, you're committed to other people, and they can fire you in a second. So the lifestyle of no fear, relaxation, the knowledge of knowing I can get stuck on a tropical island on a foreign country without a job, without a business, and not just survive, but thrive, that is today the mindset of where I am, and it was worthwhile every inch of work for the last 7 years.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ronan. All right, folks. If you're here for the first time listening to this call is going to be explosive every Sunday. Every Sunday. You're going to hear Ronan and doing one of their future calls. You're going to hear Reza and all these other guys, the ladies who just crushing it with this opportunity. So what's next for you? If you're just a prospect, launch. That's the next step. Launch the 3 packages. When you launch, what's next? Become an LA. That's where the rubber meets the road. You have access to the full comp plan. So first you launch the 3 packages. One of them is in LA. You can instantly start as an LA. If you don't start as an LA, you got to get to LA immediately. Immediately. When you go to LA, what do you do next? Become car qualified. Become MGRS qualified. What's that? Don't worry about it. The person brought you here will take you there. It's a 30-day deal. And we talked about fast start. You do it fast enough, you double or even triple your bonus in the first 7 days. You can do it. Lots of people have done it. It's not that hard. So you hit the ground running, next 7 days, triple your bonus, commissions. Next 30 days, double your bonus. Most importantly, get MGRS qualified. It's a global revenue sharing bonus. Get to that. Hundreds of people doing it. Get to that. Car. You want a new car? Next 30 days, 60 days, maximum 90 days. And then cruise qualified. It's a very systematic way. And here's the best part. How you go for 1 or 2 things, that's already partly in the next thing. It's not like other comp plans where this bonus contradicts this bonus, and then you have to decide which one you go for. No, as you go for the next bonus, this is taking you already towards the next one and towards the next one. Sometimes you're going for one thing and you hit 3 things. And people are like, how did that happen? That's it. That's the comp plan that doesn't have what I call comp plan contradictions. Anyways, we've talked a lot about this. If you have a guest on tonight, they deserve your attention. You need to get a hold of them right now after this call. Tell them your story, help them get started. And the only thing you'll focus on is to get to LA right now. The fastest way to get to LA. Once you've done that, instantly, you don't have to wait till next month or next year. Instantly, let's put some money in your pocket. Next 30 days, let's get you to that mentorship bonus. Next 30 days, let's get you to a fast start bonus. You do the fast start bonus, there's good chances you're going to hit the car program. There's a very good chance you're going to hit the MGRS program. And says, okay, that sounds good. In 30 days? Yes. In the next 30 days, everything can change. Everything can change. Right now, you're stuck in your local geography. Guess what? That could change today. Today, your world can expand from where you are to 204 countries and territories. Let me repeat that. Your world can change today, right now. It can expand from wherever you are to 204 countries and territories. One of the stories, one of my favorite stories is where Ronan will probably share one of the next calls. He's in the middle of a jungle in Thailand because of the, lockdown. He can't get back to Israel, but he doesn't care. He's living it up in resorts. He gets paid every week, stuck in the jungle. I want to be stuck in that jungle. We all want to be stuck in that jungle, right? And get paid without a job. That's being on the forefront of stay-at-home economy. But from middle of a jungle, he gets paid globally. His income doesn't come from the jungle. It comes from global, 200 countries and territories. It comes from everywhere. Now that is a global business. That's e-commerce. So what do you do next? Find out the fastest way to get to LA. Call back the person that got you on this call. It says, okay, how do I get to LA? 5 minutes, it's done. How do I get the fast start bonus? You tap into the comp plan video, you contact the uplines and the My5, which are qualified uplines. Within 10 minutes, you know how to do that. The next, execution. Let's get to work. How do you do that? We have 3 systems. 2 of them are daily. 1, we do a virtual launch with products. 2, we have a coffee tour, the business presentation. 3, get back on this call next Sunday with your guest. That's it. Such a vast opportunity, monster opportunity, simple system. That's how we get it done. Love you guys. Let's bring as many people as we can to live an opulent life with Opulence Global. With that, let's pass it back to Rico. Rico, say something in Tagalog to our Tagalog Filipino family around the world.
Well, first and foremost, before I do that, Ramin, thank you so much for the time that you have spent with us, especially to our partners as well, and most especially to our valued guest for today. We thank you for the time that you have given us, but we have learned a lot of things. It's one of the things that I would encourage you to do is to become a part of the fastest growing industry in the world today. And as what our CEO has said, from where you are, you can find yourself building in more than 200 countries and territories. It's an instant access to our multi-million-dollar software, multi-million-dollar platform. And now you can make money from home, not only money, but also what we call generational wealth, because that's what Opulence Global is all about. And with that, we'd just like to end by sharing with you our vision. And we want you to experience that opulent living because it's no longer exclusive only to the most privileged. Now you have the opportunity to achieve what we call the generational wealth. And that being said, we'd like to thank each and everyone. Mabuhay kayong lahat at magandang araw po sa lahat ng mga kababayan po natin dyan sa Pilipinas. Ayan. Pilipinas, no? Doon tayo sa taas. Ayan. What I said is, of course, the Philippines is always gunning for the top because, when we reach the top, it means that a lot of people will be impacted by this amazing opportunity that we have here. And
Danny, take us home with the Spanish message for our team.
Me encanta, me encanta. Si tú tienes el deseo, nosotros tenemos el camino y Opulence está aquí para ti. Muchas gracias a todos por haber estado esta mañana con nuestro CEO y por supuesto, to the billion.
Renee, I'm not going to ask you to speak Chinese because the Chinese people won't understand you. Awesome. Let's shut this call down. See you next week.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week. And don't forget, tomorrow we have our product call together with our Senior Vice Presidents in Azuman and, of course, our Forensic Networker every Tuesday. So this is one of the things that we have in this company. We have a very strong leadership, a strong system that can help you get started, even if you still do not have a background in this business. So that being said, we'd like to thank each and every one of you and see you on the next call to the billion. Thank you, everyone.
To the billions.